I'm going to tell you guys a little story real quick about when I lived in California and I learned the importance of garage sale arbitrage. So when I lived in California during this time, this was quite a few years back before I got into business consulting. I was currently doing car sales at the time, and there's a point where I was not making enough money in my job, and my woman at the time was getting pissed at me because I wasn't providing as much as I was beforehand, because the months, about a year or so prior to that, all leading up that time, I was making really good money in the car business. Then, of course, as everybody knows, years ago it did tank, and that sucked, and my income went down pretty hard. So I had come up with something. I didn't have time to start a business. I didn't have all the business knowledge that I do now. And what I did was, I was like, crap, I know that I just need to find a need or find a problem that I can solve easily so that I can make money off of that while still providing value, if you will, and most importantly, pay my bills at the end of the day. So what happened was, I ended up going on Facebook Marketplace and trying to see what was some popular items that I could find. And honestly, the first 2-3 days of doing this and panicking and going to work and then leaving work at night and still thinking like, shit, I need to do something to change my current scenario. So when the area that I lived in California, it was very common for a lot of the houses to not have AC units because it usually stayed a moderate 76 degrees throughout the entirety of the year. So, but during that time, it was starting to get a little bit hotter. So what I found out was that I went to a garage sale and I found an AC unit, like a portable AC unit, and they're selling it for about $40. And it was all dirty, covered in dirt. It was pretty. I honestly didn't think it would work. And I only had a few $100s to my name at that time, and I'm like, this is at $40 was a risk at that point. So I said, you know what? I bought it. I took it home, and I said the first thing I'm doing is clean it up. So I cleaned it all the way up, plugged it, I took it apart, cleaned the inside of it, plugged it in, made it look nice, plugged it in. Luckily, it worked. It was awesome. So I took that model and I looked it up online to see how much it was worth. A brand new model was going for about $190 or so. I think some of the other ones were going for, the newer editions were going for like $250. But that precise model used was about $190. So what I did was I sold it on Facebook Marketplace for about $100, and I made good money off that. So I immediately went and I bought multiple other AC units. I went to garage sales specifically looking for these AC units, so much so that I would go during the winter time, and I carried this on, and I went during the winter time to garage sales. And a lot of times, a lot of these older people were getting rid of their portable AC units because it's winter. They don't need it. It's a big, usually these things are pretty good size, so they take up a lot of space. And in the area I lived in, a lot of people just didn't care. They're like, you know what? I'll just buy another one next year if I need it, whatever. Put in the garage sale for $40, whatever. So I was buying up quite a bit of these AC units. I had a truck at the time, so I was loading up the back of my truck with like 3 to 6 at a time per weekend AC units, and I'll clean them up, patch them up a little bit. Barely any of them needed parts, and most of them were just plug and play, ready to go. If anything, it was just a small little capacitor or something in there. I didn't mess with any of the super broken ones. But I took those and I would immediately sell those on Facebook Marketplace, and I made quite a bit of money off of it. Not anything rich, but enough to pay my bills. Now, the reason I'm telling you guys this story is that you guys can literally sell anything. And the biggest thing with it is, like, the money-making formula is so simple. It's that you take a problem that a lot of people have, or even one person have. For all you know, you could solve one problem for one millionaire, and now you're making $100,000 a year and you're set. But problem plus solution equals profit. It's that simple. So you take a problem that you see that you can make better, or a problem that you can solve. It could be anywhere from, if you went from fat to fit, hit me up. No, I'm kidding. I'm a little chunky. I need to work on it. I know. But if you went from fat to fit, there's quite a bit of other people that are trying to do the same thing. Just talk about your journey. You could sell a course. You don't have to screw people over. Provide good value to people and sell a course for like $29 or $100 that they take one time. You take it, pour your heart into it and work with that individual, make a custom thing. Yeah, it takes you 2-3 hours, 4 hours of your time or more, but then you change, adjust it so it makes sense for both of you guys, of course. But I believe that we can make money while still providing great value to people. We don't have to screw others over in order to make money. And I think that's a perceived in a lot of people's heads, that in order to make money, you just got to step on toes and be ruthless and everything. And yeah, you do have to be ruthless, but be ruthless with passion. Be ruthless with the amount of value you give. Give your competition. Take care of your customers more than your competition. Take care of your employees more than your competition. And you'll see the crazy results you'll get from that when you actually just take care of people and try to do good business. And I think there's opportunities all over this world that you can utilize, and especially with online now and the way things are going now with social media and the YouTube algorithm and everything, is it's all based off of the audience you can connect with. It's all based off of pretty much bringing value. The CEO, you can look this up, the CEO of YouTube recently even stated that the algorithm is merely just showing people what they're interested in, and the main thing should be for people that want to grow their channels. And this is coming straight from the CEO of YouTube. He said that people, if you want to grow your channels, just find better ways to connect with your audience and provide value, because what YouTube is going to do is just relate videos to based off of what people's interests are. So if someone's interested in a certain thing and it's your type of video, or it's your video that you produce, it's going to show up there. And he says you have a better chance of doing this when you try to provide actual connection to your audience and provide value that actually helps people. And it's not just like senseless AI stuff and a whole bunch of stuff. The ones that are authentic will go farther. And that's coming straight from the CEO of YouTube. So I think we're in a big shift right now when it comes to business, when it comes to the way we market. And that's why I want to bring my cash flow system that I developed while business consulting that helped a whole bunch of other businesses. I want to bring that information to you guys so you can utilize it to either start a business and scale it fast, or to implement it in your current business and scale it up and then open up more businesses. That's the big concept of the cash flow system, is that business is just a system. It shouldn't be your entire life. Now, if you're passionate about your business and something that's a passion-based business, absolutely let it be your entire life because you enjoy it. But if you just want to be able to provide for your family and give a good life and take care of the ones you love, cash flow systems are the best way to do so, because you have a system model and you can multiply it in different industries using the same type of system. But anyways, I don't want to make this video too long for you guys. There's a great amount of content coming. I do apologize for the organization of this video. I am getting better slowly, but we will have way better content coming out soon. I look forward to sharing the cash flow system with you guys in detail, and I really look forward to seeing you guys grow, and I thank you guys for this awesome opportunity on this platform.